Hello and welcome to another Albion Online video. So essentially my plan for now is tracking. I have my curse star that temporarily for chance of PvP engagement is on Vile Curse instead of curse star. Obviously for PvE I'll switch it to that. I have my cursed beam, obviously the death curse, and for energy related reasons I have energetic as a passive. Cultist cowl, perfect balance between PvE and PvP. So for PvP it deals 209 damage whenever the target does an auto attack or uses an ability. This could also triggers, let's rather say it also triggers if the enemy uses, for example, boots or their helmet or any such skills, or just auto attacks. Wonderful against one-handed daggers and whispering bows. If the target is a mob, it deals 888, what a wonderful number, magical damage over the duration of 4 seconds. This damage also can't be reflected, although I don't know many mobs that do reflect, I'm not sure. And just for an extra little bit of an oomph, increases damage and healing cost by 3.5%. Oh yeah, I'm using a Muziak, decent spec on it too, 105. It's not wonderful, but it's decent. And this basically just increases my attack and healing at the cost of 16% more energy. Then for the Grandmaster's Mercenary Jacket, 100 spec, just so by the way. Obviously we all know Mercenary Jacket, it heals you when you deal direct damage. And then I have auto attack speed on. Why do I have auto attack speed on? I'm not even sure I'm supposed to have this on. So it slightly increases my damage and healing cost by 4% and defense by 2. Well, basically 2. And then Knife Boots, just because Knife Boots, I guess. I just wanted the Rejuvenating Sprint for extra sustain. And increases defense by almost 2.5%. What a lovely set. And Demon Cape, because Demon Cape, I guess. For this session, I reckon we're going to be going to whatever this Highlands place is called, Brokenfell. Lovely. Let us see. Now, I do have tier 7 tracking kits unlocked, but I do tend not to use them because even the tier 7 quarries take a while, and they're not really so worth it in my experience, so I almost never actually do them unless I am tracking with a friend or a party. There's one hostile on the map. And then I did bring tier 5.3 stone. I might actually nab that. That could be a lot of fame. Definitely. So yeah, we're gonna go and get this boss layer map. Once I pick this up, boss layers also amazing for soloing. Alright, and this boss layer is like right here. Let us go clear it. Let's see, good chest? I mean, it's alright. Probably just gonna trash the runes later if I need inventory space. But I mean, it's okay as a starter, you know? How much are these worth? 7k each, nice. Alright, now let's actually start looking at tracking, since that is what this video is supposed to be about. It's probably not worth much, I guess. But once again, we can always just trash it. I am more after it for the fame. Why is it so laggy? I'm not gonna worry about all these 5.1s. Let's find a decent spot to search for tracks. Let's say right about here. Why here specifically? I don't know. Tier 5 quarry and Tier 7 quarry. Oh, and there's a hellfire in, but I don't want artifacts. Because I'm tracking it right next to Callion, I'm more after getting gear items, which you would get from the quarries, instead of the artifacts. And I am also going to be focusing mainly on tier 5 and 6 quarries whenever I can, just because they're faster and more reliable. Like for example the, trying to remember what it's called, the assassin mob. I'll remember its name at some point. At tier 7 that thing is brutal. And the Earthwater Tonight. Those two can be absolutely brutal. at the higher tiers. Like tier 5, perfectly fine. Tier 6, kinda tricky but manageable. But tier 7 and 8 is just absolute chaos. Okay, I'll have to take an L there. Wow, that guy's just rude. You couldn't even just wait for my press ability to pop. Like, come on, it was about to pop. That would have saved me a little bit of time, you know. But, not the end of the world, I guess. Seriously? Why do you even put him up there in the first place then? Okay, this is a pretty decent pack for some quick fame. And they're all dead. More trashables. The Harvester Souls. I can also do beam. Ah! Okay, so in case you were wondering why I was using the beam, this is why. And GG's. Look at that, 100k. Granted, that's not much compared to what I'm risking. I believe it's about 600. Yeah, 619. So, up until now we've made a sixth of what I need to be able to replace my set should I die. Werewolf track, not the best. I actually think I'll just bank for now. Yeah, I think so, I'll just bank. think I might actually consider keeping this for transports. Like smaller transports, obviously. Because whenever I'm transporting to or from Kellyon, I tend to use a beefy-ish mount, generally a ball. If I can afford it, the spectral diable. And then I just use plate armor, because the defense bonus does carry over to your mount as well, if you didn't know that. Or if you didn't, now you do. So it's always nice to be a bit beefier. It just helps with self-preservation. But let's first see what it's going for on the black market. Value is 76, so I can sell it right now for 88. Deal. I'll take that. Alright. And then we can bank the rest in the materials tab. Oh wait, this is a market. Actually, I think we might as well just... Ooh! Oh, this is all the stuff that didn't sell. Quick sell all of this, not that, not that. A total of 66,000. Actually, that's alright for now. That is not okay, people. Why are you trying to rip me off like that? It's probably not going to solve it. I mean, why not? I feel like that is a scam. But so is that, so I'll go for 2,000. We'll make that 3,000. That way we at least sell some of it. And let's go again. Dun, 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 dun. We got us a decently cheap one. It's not pennies, but it's also not millions. And it gets the job done. Is it a tracking day or something? No, it's my home gate frenzy. So why is there basically no trucks? Like virtually none whatsoever. I feel like I'd have more content just freaking gathering people. There's still that tier 7, but we're still opting for tier 5s. I think next time I bank I'm gonna switch to a regular horse, just for some carry rate. Or carry capacity, rather. Because I am finding a decent amount of 5.1. Doesn't really sell for much in carry 1, but I mean, silver is silver, I guess. Especially in this. Ooh, hello. Might not be much silver, but definitely going to be a decent amount of fame. That's 900, that's 1800, that's 2700, 3600, and that is 4500 fame. Could have been 50% more. But I am paying for premium. I want to play an hour or two every couple of days. It's not worth it. Oh, right there. Are you serious? It's another footprint. Well, at least there's a little bit of content on this one. Yeah, I'm actually talking right now. I was trying not to prop my pig, but I'll live, I guess. Alright, so essentially what we want to do in these situations is get this pack of mobs on the right out of the picture. And usually you would start with the smallest, easiest one first. But that's under normal circumstances, and not much about me is normal. So I'm just gonna go for the beefiest one. And he gave me a tier 4 rune, so now I'm gonna be a millionaire. Alright, well that was a waste of a mercenary jacket. Although again, out there in the world, I would have been more concerned if I did with all the stars in the map. But it seems that there aren't any. So most likely, even if they did show up by the time I actually engage in PvP with them, my mercenary jacket would be up for it. Tier 8 quarry. Only I had the specialization to be able to actually kill it. Hello there. I'm gonna wait for him to do his boink. Apparently, there we go. Okay, well that was just rude. They chased away my quarry. Well, I'm glad I didn't end up just giving it away. That would have been very annoying. I think I'm going to move to the tundra area, about what it's called, just because the tracks here seem to be scarce. Malay crevice. Besides, I do have tools for literally every resource except fish. Hey, there's an ore hotspot. I might actually just quickly take a quick peep over there. See what's poppin'. Granted, there are no hostiles, so this place is probably gonna be about as full as it is. This place is overflowing. It just never ends. All this emptiness. It's overflowing with emptiness. Managed to find a 6.1 ore. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna be rich. It's gonna be worth millions. 1.9 thousand. Tier 7 quarry. That's a tier 6. That guy. I hate that guy. He gets especially difficult. In fact, I can barely even beat him unless I have that ability on. I think it's a Shadow Mask. Not 100% sure. I'll find out now though. Pretty soon. Yeah, Shadow Mask. You see? It's like my ADHD brain. Man, this man is non-stop. Just because I can't use the Cursed Harp, it makes the Shadow Mask so much more tedious to actually defeat. Because obviously your DPS is limited by the amount of stacks you can actually get on it. But also your ultimate, or E, uses up all of those stacks. And it doesn't just replenish over a short time like it does with Cursed Harp. You gotta physically actually stand still, which, I mean, it's kinda difficult to do when you've got little explosive orbs following you. 5.1, I'm not really gonna bother about that. And that is just by chance that I found it in a straight direction. Oh, and I'm gonna make me travel halfway across the map. Oh, something's making me lag the password. Oh, that's not awfully nice of the game to be lagging like that. Decent amount of pain. I'll take it. Definitely. I mean, after all, I've got to find some other way to actually spend my learning points. I've got nearly 1,000 of the fucking things. And I might have put 1,400. I guess I might as well. I mean, why not at this point? No. You know what, since nobody else is clearly interested in this, I might as well. I mean, fame, after all. I need to get Infection Warfare. I'm almost halfway to Zila. Oh wow, 2000 silver. Actually, might as well wait until we're full before we start crashing. Now is the time where you genuinely want to hurry, because anybody who sees that Shadow Mask will almost definitely just kill it. And if somebody else were to have gotten it, I couldn't even truly be mad because I would have done pretty much the same thing. Now, yes, somewhere I did see a 6.3 stone limit. Oh, there's a 6.2. I think it was somewhere around this area though. Well, it might have been closer to the road. Did it just disenchant and walk past it so many times? You never know. At the moment I'm not going to track another mob, I'm actually just gonna go for gathering. It's 20 days to turn back, might as well. And then I'll get a ball. Ooh, or maybe I just get a ball. And I'll run around gathering and tracking at the same time. Make it actually work. Do I have just a regular ball? Yes, sir. We can put that there. We can put these there. And all these in here. Let's look for a new player. Oh, reasonably new player. You don't exactly have to be brand new. Preferably under like 10 more grand. Oh, too much effort. There we go. Give them a 3 pair of boots. If they're online to claim it. They cancelled it. Wow. Guess all this trash will help the economy out a little. So I'm not gonna track much. I'll just get that out there now as well. I'm not gonna do much tracking, I'm gonna be more focused on gathering. The reason, however, that I didn't put gathering gear is just so that should I get into a 1v1, I actually have more of a chance. Although it just went from 0 hostiles to 3, and then to 4. So I think I'm going to hop zones. watch it with like 12 hostiles in this zone. Also, I do apologize if you hear the dog in the background. There are 4 hostiles. Ah, there's one. Why is it that now, when I have a ball, there are like almost no materials? Alright, let's see if we can find more materials away from the resource hotspot. And it turns out we can. Already we found 2 5.1 nodes. Though I do think just so that I'm not fighting 200 other miners. Okay, that sounded a bit concerning, not gonna lie. Just so that I'm not fighting 200 other coal miners, I am just going to move to the next zone. This zone does not have a resource hotspot, therefore less people actually come here with the intention to gather. And there's a 6.0 stone node. Oh, stone treasure. Which, because why not, I do actually intend on gathering. nearly didn't even notice this coffin. I'm gonna actually come back for that. Oh, it is in an annoying position. Get my state fire up. I'm on Granite Warrior, level 82. I'm actually just gonna give up on that side. It is taking forever. Instead, I'm gonna go get this coffin. And I'll just unlock the journal achievement. Yay! Actually, this ball does need a bit more thing. How much further can my 1 million tank credits actually push this? About 77. That is 21 levels. It's really not much. But there's a boss there now. Yeah. Alright, we leave the boss layer for now. Definitely can't cash in all this free titanium just sitting there. Who knows, maybe it's just a noob on that. Let's go check out that chest. I could do a little bit of PvP action. Never really had much in any of my videos. And my PC would crash if I just did faction warfare. Yeah, something tells me I can definitely take them. Come on, don't be like that. I mean, I guess that was a good try. Definitely looks like there's a miss player. Okay, well. But naturally I don't really have all that much spec or catch. Because both sucks at catching. For someone who doesn't do a lot of PvP, this is a pretty good one. The fact that I had him running, and judging by his stats, he's not too bad at PvP. Although then again, he did have feathering gear on. I'm gonna go take my coffee. I mean, it definitely isn't much better. Money is money, I guess. Oh, I love the Everett too. I like the Everett too. I forgot I make myself cookie. Oh, but it is quite hot. I forgot that glass keeps it very hot for very long. Not a bad thing when I'm working, but it takes a while for it to actually be drinkable when I'm streaming or recording. So yeah. Also, out of curiosity, let me know if you ever make it this far in the video. Because I have decided, considering that I am working, I am not going to edit this, like, at all. This is just going in as raw footage. It's not coming out refined. So yeah, enjoy. Or don't enjoy, I guess. It's up to you. You get to decide. What's this? Ankle snag mire. Why not? I suppose it's more where's this than what's this. Alright, 6 hostiles. This could be very devastating news, because I can apparently 1v1 similar item power if they're in gathering. These are in ganking gear, and it's not 1-on-1. Well, now they're all left, so I guess that's good. I was about to ask now, is my star and Thetford. Dynamic resource hotspot, nice. At least I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. Okay, and I'm being solid. You're lying to me. At least I'm presuming this is their catch. Jeez. And this is where I died. And that is how I died. Lovely. Awesome news. Back home we go. And I think, what is the time? Ooh, it is time for me to actually start getting ready to go sleep. Anyways, well, that's a wrap. Very sad ending. Really it is. Oh yeah, forgot I died. I don't have anything to bank. But yeah. Very sad ending. For what it's worth, I wish it didn't end this way. But yeah. It is what it is. I think there was only like 3 assists. Yeah, it was actually 3 assists. I didn't stand any chance. To be fair, I nearly killed that dagger pair. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please do let me know, and don't forget to leave a comment for how much can I afford? 1 million silver. Don't forget to leave a comment for a chance of getting 1 million silver in my next video. Alright, see you then. Ta-ta.